Hello. Hey, this is a, supplemental video explaining a few things. Throughout this, I'll give you a few other ones if you have any problems or anything. But one thing I will say, if you purchasing my video, it's made to eventually speed things up, and you'll get it. But it does take a lot of time and a lot of practice, lots of practice. And stay away from all the comments on YouTube, because I'm seeing a lot of comments, negative ones and this and that, and wrong comments and just wrong stuff. So stay away from what all these people are telling you. Probably none of them can actually do it. They talk, but I doubt if they can do it. So just stay away. Now, a few things I want to explain. The little parts of the video are out of focus, like in the beginning, trying to get the cameras focused right and everything, but this straightens out, and just keep following along. It's very hard to show this flame because it's very bright, and it doesn't, the camera, I don't know, maybe I have to have some type of filter on the camera or something, but you can't really see what's going on. So I'm going to explain it a little bit and show you some demonstration renderings to give you an idea of what you're looking for. Number one, though, is I hold the torch in my left hand and the sizing rod in my right hand. I keep my fingertip on the oxygen valve right there. That way you can feed it more oxygen. If you need to get a hot flame, so you can work those controls with one hand and keep track of everything. You got your rod in the other hand. You're going to have to use what they call oxidizing flame. So a little breakdown here of the three flames. This is a neutral flame. This is pretty much what we use when we're soldering gold and silver jewelry purposes. The flame looks like this, inner cone, and it's blue. It's a nice flame. Then the next flame is the carburizing flame, which throws out a lot of carbon. It's dirty, very dirty, and you'll see it's a lot of acetylene in there, and sometimes it gets, the flame is almost black smoke. Well, we don't like that flame either. The neutralizing flame, the neutral flame, we use for general jewelry work. For doing this welding, we need to use oxidizing flame, and it's going to have a very tight tip, and tight, everything's tight, and you'll recognize it by its hissing sound. It'll be hissing, and it's about 6,300 degrees flame. It's used for welding, zinc, copper, steel, cast iron, gold also. Basically, those are the flames. You want the oxidizing flame, so it's got to get hot, and there's a lot of oxygen in there putting it out. Okay, so let me put this away. You can control it with your hand, left hand. Now, so you can see what actually is going on, I'm going to kind of demonstrate. You have your ring on your ring mandrel, carbon ring mandrel, not a rod, but the mandrel one, like that, okay? Now you don't force it on there. You cut your piece out and you just push it up there to where it's comfortable, and you don't hang it dangling down here. You just slide it up there. You're not trying to push it up like a sizing. Now get your oxidizing flame, and you get that oxidizing flame, and you get down tight on it, and you got your rod right here, and you get it hot, both the tip, the ring, and the rod at the same time. And not too much on the shank, I mean, because you're going to want to melt the rod into the shank. You don't want to melt the shank, but you're going to melt it a little bit. So then, after you get it started, now I'm just showing you in cyan color, what it's supposed to, the gold will look like. You're going to build that up a little bit. Okay, you build it up, and as you build it up, you pull the rod and the flame over closer to the other side now, and you got a little bit more of a puddle. It's not so much of a puddle, but it's because it's solid. It's getting solid. Let's see here. Oops. And then you just trying to work this screen here. All right. Then eventually you get it all the way over to the other side, and you finish your weld up right there. Sometimes on a different shank you might have to actually rotate this thing and attack it from the other side a little bit. It comes with experience, but you don't have to do it too often like that. Now on a wider shank, let's see here. Let's say it's a wide shank. 5 millimeters, 6 millimeters and up and out. So what you do, it's the same thing, except this time you're going to get your flame hot, and you're going to drag this over with the flame and the rod over to this side and complete that side, just like that. Then what I do, you might not have to, and I'm not saying you do it all the time, but then I'll flip it over and I'll attack this side now. So I'll have these two sections done, and then I'll melt the spot in the middle and fill all that in. So it's all filled in. So just want to let you see what's going on. Basically, remember to get that flame, oxidizing flame, and you gotta heat it, the ring and the rod together at the same time. You got to get in there with that flame now. All right, probably closer than what I'm showing here on this drawing, but on this computer. All right, feed it in and drag it across to the other side as you feed. Drag the flame and the rod as you feed. All right, so that's what your goal is to do. I hope this helps you a little bit better, and I'll send you some other things as I think about them. And if you have any other questions, you can email me or call me anytime, and I'll try and help you. All right, good luck out there. Practice, practice, practice.